on this busy afternoon program. A lot of phone calls to get to, so we need to get you involved here right out of the gate. We'll do some other things. We'll vary this show as much as we can. We'll try to stay away from the Neil stuff, and that's such a divisive topic. I'm sure we'll get into it a little bit, but for the most part, I'll try to focus in on Capitals, the NBA, a little baseball, and we'll see what that takes us. Here's Evan in Buffalo, and he says hello first. Ev, good afternoon. It's your turn. How are you today?
What's going on, doggy?
Hello, Ev. What's up?
That lead off today. All right. I got two things in regards to the NBA. The first thing, what is it with the NBA and home court advantage? I mean, particularly this Boston series. I've never seen anything like it. 10-0 at home for Boston, and what are they? 1-7 on the road. I mean, they look like two different teams. And the same thing with the Cavs. I mean, they look great, in Cleveland, and then they come to Boston and they can't put the ball in the hole. So what is it, in your opinion? What is the
I wish I could tell you. I wish I can tell you. I don't really have an answer for you on it. This has been going on for 100 years. This is not something that's new. We knew forever about this home court advantage stuff. So it has been a dominating theme in the NBA for a long time, since the 1946. They have done studies on it. I do think the officials lean towards more the home team. I think the crowd is on top of you. I think that's a factor. I think your bench players are a lot more comfortable at home than they are on the road. So in this case, Cleveland, the Hills, the J.R. Smiths are not going to make as big a contribution. And now Cleveland has won a road game in seventh game in Golden State. So they have shown in the past that they can win that kind of ball game. LeBron, I don't think it bothers in any shape, way, or form. He's that good. I don't have an answer for you. You're right about Boston. Matter of fact, Boston's one road win was a lucky win. Philadelphia handed them the game in Game 3 in Philly. So I don't necessarily think it's going to change. This has been going on forever. I would expect Boston. I would expect home court to hold serve here Friday, and I would expect obviously even Boston to win on Sunday. So, Ev, I don't know. You had Houston win. Maybe you have Golden State win tonight, be a little more diversity, but home court is very dominant, and not as much in the NHL. We all know that. Look at the Capitals, but it's very dominant in the NBA. Has been forever. Has been. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's a good answer. That makes sense. I mean, Boston does have a younger team, so that would make sense as to why they're not playing as well on the road. But anyhow, the other part of my call was I got to laugh, with the narrative also in the NBA playoffs, how it changes on a game-to-game basis. After games 3 and 4, everyone's calling LeBron the GOAT. Oh, he's carrying this team. He's the greatest ever. After Game 5, now I'm hearing all day long. I'm hearing today, oh, he's tired. He's uninterested. After the Warriors beat the Rockets by 40 the other night, they're the greatest team ever. They lose at home, to the Rockets. Now they're vulnerable. So to me, it's like, is that the media just looking for a
Yeah, I think it's exactly that. I think LeBron is a lightning rod. Good call, Ev. I think LeBron is a lightning rod. So everything he does, says, when he makes an appearance, everybody wants to get the temperature of it. And Golden State, everybody likes to rank these teams. Golden State's trying to go back-to-back. And I think they like to rank these teams and get a little sense of where they are. So I do think, it's the day and age we're in. Nobody's going to break down regular season baseball. Not as many people know enough about the hockey. This is the only thing going on right now which, can feed the central core where everybody's got an opinion on it. Everybody's got an opinion on LeBron. People know Golden State. You're right. The narrative does change. I'm giving LeBron a pass from last night. He did not play well. He played a horrendous, for him, his level, did not play one of the worst games you have seen him. He looked physically a little tired. I can't blame him. He's played a million games for a long time. He's carried that team forever. There's only a couple of times I've ever seen him like that. I saw him that way against the Celtics in Game 6 a long time ago, the year he left to go to Miami. I thought he was that way a little bit in the first couple games of this series. So, and Golden State is a team that's been a little erratic in the postseason. And it changed, but that will change tomorrow if they win tonight. So there you go. And they could win tonight. Not impossible. I give them a better chance to win tonight than Boston winning Friday in Cleveland. I can guarantee you that. Huck in Missouri says hello, and he's joining us here on Mad Dog Unleashed. Huck, good afternoon. How are you today?
Doggy, my man, how'd you hit it over at the
I hit the ball. I had a 47-43, that Trump course, which is right where the Whitestone Bridge is. It's got wide fairways, but it's a tough golf course. It's links style. They got a lot of rough holes on it. I did not have a double bogey on the back nine. A lot of fescue. I did not lose a ball, which tells you that I hit the ball very well in the fairway. And I have a system where if I hit tee shots in the fairway that are decent, I give myself a 3. If I hit them in the edge of the rough or in a bunker, depending on where the bunker is, maybe a 2. And then if I hit the ball out of bounds or lose the ball, I get no points. And then I add them up. So if you do it mathematically, 36 is pretty decent. And today, driving, I must have been 42 or 43. I hit a lot of drives today. 240 straight ahead. And I don't care what course you play on, even Shinnecock. If you go out there and hit the ball 230 or 240 yards from normal tees, not way in the back. I'm talking about the normal tee box. If you do that, you will be able to get around a golf course. And that's what I did today. So there you go. And I feel good about it now, Huck, because now I should be ready to go on Saturday with that first match at 11 a.m. Go ahead.
Well, good. Maybe that's good. That's what I was going to say. Maybe you can carry the momentum over to your
I do. I that's one reason. And I also like the idea, too, Huck, when you play in a golf tournament like that, it's good to go play a tough course prior or in the middle of the tournament that you're playing in at your home course, because you always play better at your home course than you do at the other courses. So when you go out there and you move around and you play at a hard course and then you go back to your home course, it feels comfy. It's like home court in the NBA. So I think that might help me. Now, what else you got for me? Go ahead. Let me hear.
Well, I'm going to touch it. Both series just real quick. I've been dead wrong on Houston, Golden State. I have to admit, Houston has made me look like a jackass. I thought Houston was going to – I thought they were going to get swept. I really did. I thought Golden State would take the first 2 games in Houston and Harden would quit, and that would be the end of it. But Houston is actually – they made a fool out of me, and my hat's off to them. I'd still be somewhat – I don't think I'd be shocked if Golden State lost. I would still be very surprised if they don't come out tonight and win this game and win Game 6. I still would be somewhat shocked, even though Houston has shown me a lot. And I think that's what you've been saying. You've been preaching this for about a month. What Houston needed to do is show us something. Show a little heart, show a little toughness, and challenge Golden State. And they've done that. So,
they have.
The rest of it's icing on the cake. If Houston wins the series, it's icing on the cake.
No question about it. Excellent call. I'm with you 100%. I think there's a lot of pressure off Houston now, at least from a national perspective. Nobody thought Houston was going to win. They were a heavy underdog, especially after the third game. But before the series, Vegas had them as a huge underdog. They won 65 games. Harden had a bad reputation in quitting in a big spot. We all know about D'Antoni's teams. And they really have done a hell of a job getting a 2-2. So, to me, they've done what they're supposed to do. Now, listen, they're pretty close to winning a championship, so you don't want to say it's gravy, but nobody's going to get on Houston if they lose this series 6-7. Nobody's going to say a word. Now the pressure's on Golden State. Let's see how they handle it. Zig is with us.
Hi, Chris.
Zig, it's good to talk to you. First off, were you surprised that the Capitals won a road game last night?
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, it was the third one in the series that they won, and it was a little deceiving when you think of a 4-0 game. Oh, they routed them. Well, actually, there were stretches, especially the second period. Tampa Bay was just on them, but Braden Holtby was the man of the hour, stonewalled them, and then, the Capitals would capitalize off turnovers or just some lapse plays. So Washington's earned it, Chris. And when you got your best player finally playing a 200-foot game like Ovechkin is, they're all buying in. That's why they're in the finals. And
I tell you, I had Keith Jones on yesterday, and he felt if they won last night, he, of course, NBC. If they won last night, he does a good job, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if they won last night, that they would beat Vegas. So I may not talk to you before the game 1 Monday. Let me hear your prediction of the NHL final.
Oh, gosh. My heart says Vegas, but I think I see something in this Washington team, Chris, that I haven't in quite some time. The buy-in is there. And like I mentioned with Ovechkin, here's a guy who's had the reputation for years as just being a goal scorer. But now, the guy's playing a 200-foot game, which means he's in all areas of the ice. He's out there playing defense in some ways, blocking shots. So that's become, kind of a catalyst. Backstrom's back. Burakovsky, I think people are seeing how good he is. Defensively, they may not be as mobile as Vegas, but Holtby right now, he's stolen them a couple of games. I'm going to shade towards Washington.
All right, very good. Zig's got a sports bite. We'll come right back to you here on Mad Dog Unleashed.